trying to get a grasp on names. That's my biggest thing. Especially those Italian names, bro. Out of my head. Like Gillespie, Giuseppe, like it all same. Not easy, bro. Not easy at all. What's up, man? I'm Colin. Nice to meet you. I'm Colin. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, bro. Shoot, we're gonna have some graphics today? Oh man, we do it right here, I like it. The set from behind. Set up, got it. Well placed, just in time. The set, in time, scrapes the tape. The setup, got it. Passed, set, struck. Beautifully placed. Bum, 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 bum. Do you have starters? Sweet. Thanks, bro. You mind if I put this right here? Thanks, dude. Oh, man. Okay. Boom. Done. Didn't make the travel squad. Happy Saturday and welcome to Central South Carolina here in the Tysinger Gymnasium as the Southern Wesleyan Warriors finally return home after a 2-game away tenure to take on conference rival Erskine in one of the final Conference Carolina volleyball matches of the regular season here on the Conference Carolina Sports Network. My name's Colin Calvert. God bless and happy Saturday. What better way to continue your weekend than with some Conference Carolina volleyball, especially with Southern Wesleyan having their senior day today, honoring the 3 seniors on their roster, and they're looking to potentially grab another win to stay above 500. And we'll talk more on the record later as we look towards the previous matchup between the Southern Wesleyan Warriors and the Erskine Flying Fleet. 5 sets. The reverse sweep completed by the Flying Fleet. That time at Erskine here in Due West, South Carolina. These two have gone back and forth for a very, very long time. Southern Wesleyan grabbed the first 2 sets. 26-24 was the first, 25-17 was the second, and then afterwards, all the way until the 5th set, Erskine was able to hold on. The 5th set went to extra points, 18-16, with Erskine putting the ink on paper and signing things away. As we look towards the opening serve here shortly in Central South Carolina. The Flying Fleet come in at 8-18, 6-12 in Conference Carolina's play. They're 3-8 away from Due West, South Carolina. We'll see how they hold up here just outside of Clemson, here in Tysinger Gymnasium, while on the other end, the SWU Warriors come in 12-11. What a turnaround this program has had over the course of the past few years under the guidance of head coach Anna Collins in her 4th year. I'll tell you what, those first 2 years were rough there for the former UNC Pembroke libero. Only 6 total wins there in her first 2 seasons as head coach. But since then, that 2024 season where she found herself 11-15 at the helm of this Warriors squad, taking them all the way to the Conference Carolina semifinals there in the tournament. That was the first double-digit win season since 2017. This will be the second. 12-11 they come in today. 10-8 in Conference Carolina play. Huge block here on the near side by none other than their freshman outside hitter, Kaylin Chapman. Her 29th block of the season is a beautiful one here on the near side. Erskine trying to readjust. They can't. Here is Allie Angel, their star-studded senior, who comes into today with 236 kills on the season. Lobs that one way too far out of play, and a service error. Get it, got it, good. SWU off to the 3-point lead. What a way to start things off now. The biggest thing today will be who can last through the fatigue. These are both teams that have been relatively used to 5-set bouts. Erskine especially. 8 total 5-set matches this season. They're 4-4, even in each one. One of those 5-set matchups included against the Warriors of Southern Wesleyan. It's 3-1 here. The back set launched, denied, and plops to the ground as the Flying Fleet bring it within 1. It's 3-2 here. We saw there on the far side, it was Haley Ratliff, the freshman out of Valdosta, Georgia, tried to put the hammer down, but denied by the wall of Flying Fleet. Service error. Courtesy of MJ Her, the libero out of Pembroke Pines, Florida, the Coker transfer. She's coming off quite the game against Young Harris in that 4-set victory. Launched over, set well. Great defensive presence already from SWU. Rally kept alive. The set, cross court, put down well, but well received by the Warriors. They will live to fight another possession. Erskine will do the same. Just like that, we are off to one heck of a start here in Central South Carolina. Allie Angel out of Mocksville, North Carolina. She's coming off 11 kills in the 3-1 victory over Young Harris. And right now for the Warriors, that 2-game away stead had to kill the confidence because it was 2 straight losses. But plays like that and being back at home will boost the self-esteem by miles. Back to serve, Sarah Mitchell, the sophomore middle blocker out of Spartanburg, South Carolina, graduate of Dorman High School. Puts this one into Erskine territory. And just an awkward reception after the light touch up and over the tape brings us to, yet again, a 1-point match with SWU ahead by the lone single digit. Back to serve, Becca Yohe leads the team in kills, 295, just 5 away from that 300 mark. The quick set towards the middle for their freshman middle blocker, Miss Briley Wolf. She has been fun to watch this season. Set up for her here. Off the touch, that'll be good. Briley Wolf averaging around 1.5 kills a set. She'll grab another, boosting that average. She's already hitting one of the most consistent clips for this SWU team, 246. They bring in the junior out of Houston, Texas, Miss Amaya Swan. And she's ready to launch this one over. She's been great in the serve-receive game, 12 aces already. And not enough is the 6'2" frame of Briley Wolf. As that one put right in her face. Erskine was able to get the rebound, a second chance opportunity, and we still are at 6-5, a 1-point difference here. Well received by Callie Covey here on her senior day, the transfer from Limestone after it's shut down at the end of the 2024 academic year. Has made such a big impact. Finally, she's gotten the recognition and playing time that she deserves. She only had 30 total digs while she was at Limestone there in that 2023 season. And man, has she just lit up the stat sheet this season, close to 400 total digs. She'll grab another one there. Put down here on the near side by one of their better pin hitters, the freshman out of Pickens, South Carolina, Kaylin Chapman. We saw a beautiful dig from her as well. They'll set her up here on the near side. She's denied access. Yet again, a span looking for Chapman. She'll get it off the touch. Sometimes it pays to have a great blocking core, and sometimes it does not. Just an odd angle off the palms of a few flying fleet here on the near side. As we see Alexis Wader out of Loveland, Colorado, heave this one up and over. Span to Wolf, the put down, and a nice lead here for the Warriors. They put up a nice armor set of 4 points as it's 9-5. Wader launches this one over. The quick setup by DeWalt. And DeWalt, who's having a phenomenal season, the senior out of Indian Land, South Carolina, close to surpassing 800 assists on the season. But just like that, it's a 5-point lead here for SWU at home on Senior Day. What a start. We'll take a break here on the Conference Carolina Digital Network and see you on the other side. We welcome you back here at Central South Carolina, home of the Southern Wesleyan University Warriors. Of course, we talked about that home record 6-3, looking to capitalize this in one of their second, well, actually their best years since 2017. Of course, last year was a huge turnaround from just the previous 3-win season there in 2023. Head coach Hannah Collins doing some great work here in Central. It's 10-5, 5-point lead here for the Warriors. The quick set. Easy said, easy done. As Erskine grabs another point. A nice solid pushover. And the Flying Fleet soaring towards potentially tying this one up. Now, right before the break, we were sitting there talking about Miss Megan DeWalt. She is a key piece in this serve-receive game. 32 aces on the resume. Covey receives it well. Near side for the Pickens, South Carolina native. Kayla Chapman only standing at 5'9", but man, she gets up there. 2 straight unanswered points here by the Flying Fleet. DeWalt, 34 assists in that game against Young Harris. Look for her to be the tempo setter in this offense. A pushover, palmed over by Amy Loy, the Limestone transfer. Both her alongside Covey going head-to-head offense and defense. Former teammates there with the Saints before the shutdown. Brings us to a 10-8 score here. Launched over, kept in play, denied. Nothing going here on the near side. Nothing going past this Flying Fleet defensive wall. And the Erskine sideline erupts in cheers. It's 10-9. 4 straight unanswered points. SWU needs to get it together. DeWalt again will launch that over, this time a bit too much oomph on the serve. Finally breaking the streak. Coming out of the timeout there for Erskine. We mentioned Callie Covey just earlier. It is her senior day today. 18 service aces through 81 sets. She'll dig this one well. Put up and over by Chapman. Near side, launched away, and too much power there for Allie Angel, who was trying to get to work from the far side to the near. Covey yet again. Another Pickens, South Carolina native. Man, they must really train this Pickens, South Carolina area well in the art of volleyball, because, man, do they produce some good products. We mentioned how Chapman, who right now leads the team in kills, along with Covey, who leads the team in digs, both products of Pickens, South Carolina. A lot of talent in that small area in South Carolina. It's 13-9 here. Span with the off touch there on the far side by Carson Haley, the sophomore out of Piedmont, South Carolina. Pretty local, about 15-20 minutes outside of Anderson, South Carolina. Brings us within 3 points here. The Flying Fleet with Riley Bath at the helm of the serve. 17 aces to her 25 errors today. Coming into this game at least. A nice pushover will do SWU good. Will there be a touch? No. SWU remains flawless. 14-10, your score. Katie Fulton, the North Carolina Wesleyan transfer, coming off a nice double-double against Mars Hill in that 4-set loss. The pushover denied by the tape. We will see a 4th touch. and a 5-point lead for SWU. It was Becca Yohe, the Summerville, South Carolina native. One of her best kill tallies against Young Harris. It was 20. We'll see what she can do here against the Warriors. So far, a slow offensive start from both sides. Yohe trying to change the narrative. Gilliand, the Castown, Ohio native, another senior, blocks the view of the tape, and Yohe pays the price. Sometimes the net can be your best friend, and oftentimes it'll be your worst enemy. We've got another timeout coming your way. It's 16-10 here on the Conference Carolina Sports Network.
You played before that.
Trying to have the trim or something.
And his West
Shows FC, where by far the greatest team the world has ever seen.
Black FC, we're by far the greatest team the world has ever seen.
West Coast FC, where by far the greatest team
the world has ever seen.
where by far the greatest team the world has ever seen.
We welcome you back here to Central South Carolina, home of the Southern Wesleyan University Warriors. It's a beautiful Saturday afternoon. Plenty of athletics going on up and around this area, of course. This Conference Carolina volleyball match, and then Clemson to play Florida State tonight at 7 p.m. They're on the ACC network. But of course, who would want to watch that anyway? With Clemson being 3-5, I'd much rather be watching this Southern Wesleyan University volleyball team, who is, as the storyline is gone, having one of the best seasons they've had in quite some time. 2023, they were 3-24, just one win in conference play. In 2022, they were 3-24 as well, just one win in conference play. And Erskine reminding them that even though SWU's played quite well today, there are still some kinks in the armor that need to be knocked out. Of course, Erskine came out of the last time out, guns a-blazing. We'll see if MJ Hurd can continue that streak. The high arcing serve there, eventually rallied in well by Callie Covey. Denied access. No way that's getting through. Sarah Mitchell puts the hammer down. Here from the near side, Chapman again. Push up and over the tape by Yohe. Well received from the back line. Chapman again. Beautiful angle. And grabs the 17th point of SWU's afternoon. Multiple players lead the floor in kills with 2 apiece. Awkwardly received by the right hand of Kobe. As she'll get in, talk her team through it. Try and wrinkle out, or iron out the wrinkles, that is. Kobe with the reception. Leaves that up to Mitchell. The pushover. Yohe grabs it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Erskine still in this one. Both teams have quite the lengthy front line. All of them averaging around that 6-foot range. Cap in play by Hurd, but not for long. The Coker native awkwardly with the left hand put that one back in play, but it was a bit too far and found its way right to the net. It's 18-13. 7 away. Is SWU from taking the first, just like they did last time these two teams met in Due West, South Carolina. Up and off the rafters, brought down with force. Who would have thought that here in the gymnasium, now the gymnasium itself would play quite the piece in grabbing SWU's 19th point. Powerful serve, but well received by Erskine. And even more powerful is the sniper shot They're from Yowie. Yowie, second kill tally of the day. She's just 3 away from 300. Nicely put down, but better defended by Erskine. Yowie launches this one up. Will there be a touch? No touch. Point. Well, the Warriors, they're within 5 of taking set 1. Back to serve is Span. Launches this one up off the jump serve. And too hot to handle. Allie Angel. Reception error and point for the Warriors. That time better received by the Flying Fleet. This ball flies over the net. Span the setup. A light touch. Popped over. Covey keeps it alive. Quick set. Denied by the net. Still alive. Out of reach. Bit of chaos ensuing on the Warriors side of the court. They bring back in Kimmy Stiltner in the camo and burgundy, which, by the way, love these Erskine jerseys. Never seen the camo concept, but hey, I'm digging it. Just out of play, well read by the senior opposite side hitter out of Mocksville, North Carolina, Miss Angel. She's been a primary pin hitter so far this season, 10 kills in 12 matches overall, but that time it was her vision that grabbed Erskine the point. On the back set is Span. Launched that one to Stovall. Pushed up by Wolf, cross court set. Here's a chance. And there's a loss. Amy Loy finds nothing but the netting. 3 points away is SWU from sealing the deal on the first. They bring in, yet again, the Colorado native, Miss Alexis Waiter. She thrives in long rallies. We'll see how she does here after checking in. It's a nice little defensive reset. Up and off the block. SWU, 2 away. And here comes the Loveland Colorado native yet again to send this one up and over. She's approaching 100 digs on the season. She's at 98 coming into this matchup. Pushes it over. From the midline, off the hands of Waiter, who's had a consistent 3 to 5 digs in most matches this season. We'll see if Erskine can rally back. They're down by 6, 8 away from a 1-set win. Well dug up by Waiter. The quick push over for the midline. That'll be a 24th point there for SWU. Good vision, read the play perfectly, and Covey trying to come up and seal the deal. Covey, 18 aces on the season coming into today's matchup. Push cross court. Erskine plays it well. Nice rallying cry by Southern Wesleyan as they put away the first. 25-17, your score. We'll see you on the other side as both teams switch sides here on the Conference Carolinas Digital Network.
Things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
set us apart. We daily work to build champions in body, mind, and soul. It's who we are. This is Conference Carolina.
Bump it up.
Legacy began in 1973. That was the year NCAA Division II was born. And since the very first day, our division has shaped generations of student athletes with a true sense of academics, athletics, and community. That is 5 decades of graduations, championships, teamwork, and personal development. 50 years of shaping student athletes into world-class leaders. NCAA Division II. Our division, our legacy.
We welcome you back here at Central South Carolina as SWU takes the first, 25-17. What a first set we saw there, as it was all Southern Wesleyan. Played it really well. We saw the hitting percentage, not too great from either side. Right now, Erskine hitting in the negatives, while SWU hitting it just below 100. We'll see if they can keep a consistent hitting percentage, as that has been one of the biggest narratives of the season. They're 8-1 with hitting above 180. And for all you young volleyball players out there or inexperienced volleyball watchers, when I say hitting 180, that means they were hitting it at 18% hitting percentage. So a 180 clip would be an 18% hitting percentage. So right now they're only hitting at a 5% hitting percentage. And whenever they hit above 18 or a 180 clip, then that means they'll be 8-1, or they have been so far this season. They're 4-10 when they're below that mark. Well played by Erskine as they grab the first point of the second set. You got to remember, the last time these two teams met, it was quite the showdown, a 5-set thriller with Erskine winning the final 3. 0-1. Your score to begin things. Launched up and over by Riley Bath. Well dug up. Back and forth these two teams will go. Like I said, it's all about beating the fatigue. And what a rally we have here to try and get that second point. Well dug up by DeWalt. Launched over into the net. Another attacking error from Erskine, as that was quite the narrative for them last set. 11 attacking errors now. Hitting -2 on the matchup so far today. It's 1-1. Pushed over towards the midline. Launched from there as well. Here comes the Warriors. Put down well by the senior on her senior day, Miss Megan Gillian. Coming off 11 kills in those 4 sets against Mars Hill. She started off pretty slow this season with just 6 kills through 4 matches, but eventually she made the comeback, and she is playing so well so far. Closing in on that 100 kill mark on the season and hitting 222. Pretty impressive for the Castown, Ohio native. And speaking of 2s and 2s, we're sitting at 2 and 2. The high flying serve there from Hurd. Such power. And they'll call the extra effort there from DeWalt in favor of the Warriors for their third point. It's 3-2. Back to serve, Sarah Mitchell. Nice serve ratio for her. 10 service aces to 8 service errors. And man, I should not have said that, as the broadcaster jinx strikes again. There is her 9th service error of the season, but it looks like they'll reverse the call. Okay, call it an ace. That one will be called in line, so broadcaster Jinx works in her favor. But eventually the equalizing point. They're back and forth points being traded. It's 4-3, courtesy of Erskine. Launched up and over the net, just out of reach of Katie Fulton. One of the shorter frontline members of this SWU squad, only standing at 5'9", the North Carolina Wesleyan. She's a nice dual setter, outside hitter threat. She can get in on the attack when she needs to. She's got 15 kills so far this season, but her assist tally goes up. Told you that she was a dual threat. 800 and a chunk of change career assist for the senior out of Somerville, South Carolina. She was former North Carolina Wesleyan Freshman of the Week. She was top 3 in Aces a set as well at North Carolina Wesleyan. Cross court set. Too much here on the near side by Yui. 10 kills in 10 of the last 13 matches. 892 total attacks coming in to today. She can be pretty streaky, though, in regards to her hitting percentage. Nice put down from the middle by Ella Dietrich, the Port Orange, Florida native, coming off a nice 7-kill tally against Young Harris. And that one is the easiest setup there for middle blockers. A phenomenal put down from her, taking full advantage. Cross-court set from Span. And I'll tell you what, that is some power coming off the hands of Carson Haley. Then he gets 6 foot, the Piedmont, South Carolina native, out of Wren High School. A lot of power behind that arm, and makes Erskine pay for it. From around the midline, we'll see the block from Briley Wolf. Her 61st of the season, her 16th solo block. Alexis Wader heaves this one over. It's 8-5. The back set on time. Span yet again. We'll set that one up. We talked about Haley with all the power in her swing, but that was read perfectly, like a book, by the Flying Fleet, as they're flying within 2 points of the Warriors. Awkwardly received by Covey. Another reception error on her day, and it's a 1-point game, ladies and gentlemen. Off the rafters and put down. SWU continues to pad the lead, but only by 2. Popped up and into the net. Attacking error by Carrie O'Shields, the Due West, South Carolina native. Hometown girl. Took her talents on over to the hometown team of Erskine. Starting to gain some late season trust, but needs a little bit more power on the popover. Even the light touches have to be brought with a bit of force. They'll set it up for her yet again. Oh, Shields this time gets it over the net. The quick push over. Lots of pushing and shoving. Lobbed over into no man's land, just out of reach of the Flying Fleet. And they tab a nice 4-point lead. we'll take a timeout here. That'll be the lead for SWU by 4. It's 11-7 here on the Conference Carolinas Network.
This is nationwide. The NCAA is making transformative changes for student athletes. While they pursue their biggest dreams, we're launching new initiatives to help them. Life-changing education opportunities are just the start. The NCAA is providing enhanced mental health services. We're guaranteeing scholarships and tuition and expanding access to healthcare. Visit ncaa.org/change to learn more.
We are back and in action here in Central South Carolina with the Warriors protecting the home court. It's 11-7. Erskine trying to make a comeback, but they first have to face the service resume that is Callie Covey. Talked about how she made her way over to Central after some time there in Gaffney, South Carolina, where the Saints of Limestone were located. She's got 18 aces coming into today. A lot of back row consistency and a lot of growth here in her senior season. That one makes its way perfectly onto the Erskine side of the court. Well dug. Here's the quick set for the middle blocker of Erskine. Popped over, fighting through the block is the likes of Haley. Span keeps this one alive. Nice long rally for Haley this time, and it'll be ended off her own attacking error. But they won't give her an error. They'll instead give her a touch. So Erskine just can't seem to catch a break. Just out of reach by 5 now. It's 12-7. Covey yet again to heave this one up and over. Launches left side. Still in play. But Hurd not going to jump over her own bench for that one. Sometimes it pays to put your body on the line. Other times it does not. Running away with this set are the Warriors. Glad to be in front of a home crowd. A large home crowd as well. And you can tell it's making an impact and also getting to the heads of the Flying Fleet. Carrie O'Shields yet again. Couldn't find her mark. A bit too much power on it. She's been trying to find that nice midline. Either the attacks are too soft or they're a bit too hard. But even after a nice 125 clip and 7 kills against Young Harris, just hasn't found her rhythm yet. It seems like none of Erskine has, as Covey, a nice service ace on her senior day. 15-7, your score. Covey, 19 aces. Can she continue the streak? Quite a few unanswered points here from the Warriors. Lobbed up and away. From the midline, powerful attack into the rafters. But controlling it well is SWU. The attack uncontrolled and up and out of play. Now by 7 is Erskine, but they have a chance to put momentum in their side of the court with Miss Riley Bath having checked in. And off the serve, Maggie Norris, the setter. She'll launch this one over. Maybe a net violation, but they'll call this one an extra touch on the likes of Maggie Norris out of Sumter, South Carolina. 16-8, 9 away is SWU from taking the second one by storm. Katie Fulton. Up and away, and this possession is off to the races. Blocked. No way through. Sarah Mitchell, Megan Gillian, huge blocking presence here on the near side And the points continue to pile up here in Central South Carolina. There's a service ace. The Colorado native finds her mark and strikes true. That'll be a timeout. Way of Erskine. They've got to recuperate. We'll be back here as it's 18-8.
You played before that. Trying to have them through or something. And it's West.
West Shores FC, we're by far the greatest team the world has ever seen.
We're by far the greatest team the world has ever seen.
West Shores FC, we're by far the greatest team
The world has ever seen.
we're by far the greatest team the world has ever seen.
We're back here in Tysinger Gymnasium, home of the Southern Wesleyan University Warriors. As it's 18-8, and the Warriors running away with this one, ahead by 10 over the Erskine Flying Fleet. The Flying Fleet, led by the likes of Kelly Bordeaux, who played for fellow Division II school, but different conference, played for Catawba, where she was a 2001 South Atlantic Conference champion. Put down well. Looks like we'll call a violation. And we'll see Kaylin Chapman keep a light feel about that interesting call there by the judges on the far side. I've noticed one thing, it's always a smile on her face no matter what ends up happening. Good positive attitude to have. 18-9. Right out the gate. Erskine, who struggled coming out of every timeout so far this matchup, finally grabs the first point out of a nice short break. Look towards the near side, fighting through the block, and it lands in play or out, it seems. A quick reversal of the calls. And then we reverse it. Interesting. So it was awarded to Erskine, then SWU, and then back to Erskine as they're set to serve. On time is the set, and right on cue is Kaylin Chapman. She has been on fire today. Her 5th kill so far. And she looks to continue that nice streak, looking for yet another double-digit kill match. Talked about how she's coming off just above 10 at that nice 11 kill tally at a 195 clip at Mars Hill. Her season high was 18 at Emmanuel earlier in October. Here's Hurd. Right now leads the team in digs, 408 to be exact. Can't get that one, just out of reach of her 5'4" stature. SWU 5 away from taking the second. It's Sarah Mitchell, back to serve. She has just been a blocking machine, but can do well from the service line as well. This one pummeled down, but SWU on the defensive. Can't get there in time. Is the likes of Katie Fulton, the senior setter, getting some good time there on the back row. She's got 212 digs, averaging around 2.45 per set. The pushover, set up in front, kind of an awkward set, but Erskine able to capitalize on it. They're within 7. (20-13). Kept in play by SWU. Kept in play by Erskine, and again, We'll see the rafters kind of disrupt things, but we saw the likes of Allie Angel get down for the pancake on the floor, but the referees, the judges, they called it down on the floorboard. Unfortunate circumstances for Erskine is, like I said earlier, the Flying Fleet can't catch a break. Angel receives it well. Nothing but net. There for Erskine. Becca Yowie trying to get that 300 kill mark. She's just 2 away now. Right now, Angel leads the floor with 7 kills to her name. The back set on the way. Well received by Chapman. Popped up and over. The set cross court. No chance. A brick wall up front is Carson Haley. Good Lord. Talk about some stellar defensive play and some stellar blocking presence. Span launches this one over. Getting low to the flow was Erskine. SWU keeps this one alive. Erskine tries to finish it out. Hurd working magic. And eventually, her earlier dig will bring Erskine to their 15th point. It's 23-15 here in Central. Apologies, 23-14. Within 2 are the Warriors from slicing and dicing the first bits and pieces of this match. The nice pushover, Hurd, there to keep the possession alive. And just like that, Ella Dietrich there to finish it. Came into today 182 kills to her resume, one of the multiple 100 or more kills, or one of the multiple 100-plus killers on this Flying Fleet squad. Put down by none other than the freshman Briley Wolf, the Bowen, Texas native, who averages around 1.5 kills a set. Grabs her a nice one-piece there, and it is set point. We saw with a service ace earlier on today. It's Alexis Wader, the Colorado native. Here's the back set from the Flying Fleet. Pushed over by Span. Finished off on the far side by Kaylin Chapman. And it was a 10-point win in set number 2, 25-15, your score. We'll see you on the other side for what could be the third and final set.
Things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Our virtues set us apart. We daily work to build champions in body, mind, and soul. It's who we are. This is Conference Carolina.
We bring you back here to Central South Carolina as we could be seeing the third and final set here, but of course, don't count out Erskine just yet. Last time these two teams met, it was the reverse sweep with SWU winning the first two, but Erskine came back and finalized things 2-3. Final 15 seconds left of this break, and we'll get things going here. The third set to commence. And we are off here in Central South Carolina, off to the slide. And SWU, a nice cross-court push, a battle at the net, and punched over by Chapman, who finalized that second set. They look towards her again, the freshman trying to find the touch. And that she will. First point, courtesy of Chapman. Powerful swing, but she was bailed out. And continues on her nice solid streak today. She's sitting at 6 total kills, looking for another double-digit match. She's at 15 with double-digit kills. Push over towards the midline, denied access. Nowhere to go. Well dug by Covey. Off the hands of multiple flying fleet. The quick set towards the middle. Now back outside for Gilliand. What a rally. Finished by SWU. 2-0. I'll tell you what, that one possession felt like it went on for 3 minutes. But eventually, SWU comes out on top. I talked about the narrative of today being who can outlast the fatigue of long rallies. Both of these teams are highly proficient in the dig column. Not anywhere close to a Francis Marion or a Converse team, but still respected in their own divisions. So these teams can make rallies last a long while, as we have seen so many times today. Awkwardly timed set, but hey, well played there by the 5'10" Sarah Mitchell. She is a two-way player. She's coming off 4 blocks and 5 kills against Mars Hill. 4 matches with 8 or more kills this season, and along with 4 blocks or more. Erskine finally grabs himself a point off the service error from the Warriors, as they look to finally get some momentum rolling in their favor. Popped up and over, that one grazing the line, and they'll call that one out. And a Erskine point as they cut the deficit in half. Well, well, well. Call it a comeback. Nicely placed there by Becca Yohe for the service ace in a 4-3 game. Within 1 are the Flying Fleet. Hey, this could be the start of the reverse sweep. Covey receives it well. The back set pushed over by Chapman. Mitchell, the set, well played and well placed by Gilliand. Slowly but surely, she's crawling her way to that 100 kill mark. One of the most consistent hitters on this team, and it shows. Had 140 kills last season, her junior year, and Erskine flies away with their 4th point. Up, and over. That'll be good for the Flying Fleet. Jaden Anderson making an appearance, the freshman out of Piedmont, South Carolina. One of her first appearances is quite the spectacle. It's 5-5. Whoa, weave and dodge. Talk about good instincts there by Chapman. Still, we talked about Yowie and how she's a bit streaky in regards to her kills. She's sitting at a 169 clip so far this season, but that means it can really be pretty up and down in regards to her hitting percentage. And she can't get low enough there for a service ace from SWU. They have the quick 3-point lead. Sarah Mitchell, 2 aces today. Now 12 on her late season. Launched over, and not quick enough is Kaylin Chapman. The Swiss Army knife for the SWU team. 28 total blocks, 113 digs, 15 aces, and 221 kills coming in to today. She can be used in all sorts of ways for this Warriors squad. Put up and put down there on the far side. Off the net, nothing going there for SWU. The climb back is back here from Erskine. Here comes DeWalt. Mentioned how proficient she was in that service game. 32 aces coming into today. Won't find herself an ace there, but we'll find her and the Flying Fleet with another point given to SWU. The set was well timed. It was just the hand placement there on the far side by Allie Angel. We'll see Span out of Houston, Texas, who's had a lot of late season consistency in this service game. Heave that one over towards the back corner. Again, here's a chance, but Span will dig it up. Launched over off the tape. This will instantly be given over to Erskine. No touch was seen or found. Pushed up and over, out of play. Knotted up at 9s. We have ourselves quite the game. This one could go to 4 if Erskine plays their cards right. Span the back set. Lob down, well dug. Put over by Yowie. Not yet at that 100 kill mark. 300 kill mark. And just like that, there's another for the Flying Fleet, and they take the lead. Riley Bath out of Sumter, South Carolina, will place this one off the hands of Stovall. Couldn't corral it in, and she garners herself a nice service ace. Finally working their way back up after quite the service error-filled day. We see 2 aces off what seems to be the receiving weak point of SWU, which is Ansley Stovall. 4th ace of the day. 3rd straight serve there from Bath. Put down, get your get back. Riley Wolf puts it on the head of the Flying Fleet, who, for the first time today, feels like they've had a deficit. The Warriors down by 2, Erskine ahead. On the way is Waiter. Cross court, looking for that 300th kill. Can't find it there is Huey. Dug well, put down, even better. Goodness gracious. Kaylin Chapman, a beast at the net. Don't give her a free shot like that. She will make you pay. 12-11. Span, well corralled. Chapman, the put down. Here comes another rally from both sides. So fun to watch both of these teams work. And the pins will be hit by Huey. And we are tied at 12s. Huey, too much. A lot of power behind that arm, and it got the best of her there. SWU takes the lead yet again. Launched up and away from the back line. That was Bath. Coming off just 2 kills, but a nice double-digit dig showing. Unfortunately, can't get the attacking underway. We'll be back in 1 minute here on the Conference Carolina Sports Network. It's 14-12. We are back here from what has been the most back and forth set we've seen all day today. The third set is usually a deciding factor of most games. And SWU looking for their first sweep since we bring you back here after a few technical issues on our side. But of course, like I was saying, SWU looking for their first sweep since that King match. What an angle! Give it to her. We have seen nothing but good things already from Kaylin Chapman. It's 19-14, 6 away from sealing the deal. Fulton launches this one. No ace to be given. What a recovery! And it seems like off the rafters will start to be counted as the opposite team's points. Timeout is called. 20-14. Your score 5 points away is SWU from taking this one home.
Nationwide, the NCAA is making transformative changes for student athletes. While they pursue their biggest dreams, we're launching new initiatives to help them. Life-changing education opportunities are just the start. The NCAA is providing enhanced mental health services. We're guaranteeing scholarships and tuition and expanding access to healthcare. Visit ncaa.org/change to learn more.
The final few points coming your way here in Central South Carolina. SWU trying to get back on the winning train. Coming off 2 road losses, one to Emmanuel, one to Mars Hill. Both ended in 4 sets. Here's Katie Fulton to send this one away. Heard, well received. Nice slice and dice with the right hand. Up and out of play. Good, patient vision there from Kaylin Chapman. Saw it go down, thought she could have ran for it, but decided to let it trickle out of play. That ended up being the deciding factor on that 21st point for the Warriors. Kept alive somehow. Whistle blown, but for what? I don't know. Ball seemed like it went flying up into the air. And you can see that Kelly Bordeaux shaking her head, obviously disappointed with whatever the call would be. There's a nice get back. 22-16, Erskine grabs a point off the service error from the SWU service line. 22-15. With Yowie, who has now surpassed 300 kills, scrapes the tape off the netting, and just adds on to her impressive resume. Pushed up and over. A nice exchange and push. The slingshot wound up and released. Here on the far side by Gillian. 2 points away from the full sweep of Erskine. SWU trying to get their get back against their rivals in dramatic fashion. Here's the Pickens, South Carolina native, Chapman. Finds the netting, but she's still all smiles. Dietrich launches. Up and in. SWU on a roll, and it is match point. Match point in Central South Carolina. We could see ourselves quite the win in sweeping fashion. Here comes Sarah Mitchell, already 2 aces on the day, make it 3. The hat trick from the sophomore out of Spartanburg, South Carolina, seals the deal here at home as SWU still remains in playoff contention. They go on to face Shorter on the 11th of November at 6 p.m. Catch that one on the Conference Carolina Sports Network. And to finalize Erskine's season, they'll take on Emmanuel at home. Aaron Due West, South Carolina. SWU takes it in 3, 25-17. Your final score. My name's Colin Calvert. You can always follow me on Instagram at Calvert Commentary. And we look forward to seeing you again